All right, so the second skill TBIL wants to test here is this ability to use that standard matrix to actually find the image of a vector. So in this case, we have a vector out of R4. We know from what they've told us that our image is going to be in R2, and we have multiple ways to do that. Now, first we'll start with the way that TBIL was hoping for. Now, TBIL would have written this as like, okay, well, we have T of E1 in our R4. Well, that is going to be 2, 6. T of RE2 is going to be 2, 4, right? These will decompose the columns back in to these transformations to our standard basis vectors. So -1, 4, and T of E4 is 5, 0. And now we can rewrite the original pre-image here as -5 times E1 plus 0 E2s plus 6 E3 minus 1 E4. All right, so we're going to rewrite that vector that we actually want to find the image of in terms of this standard basis, right? Now, we have all these pieces, and we know if I want to find the T of all of that, since this is a linear transformation, I can go ahead and do this linear combination before or after the transformation. So this is what we could rewrite this as because of the properties of linear transformations. Oops, I forgot a T of E4. Cute. All right, and we have all of those. So this would be -5 of 2, 6 times 2, 6 plus, oh, I don't really even need to write that. So we'll skip to the next one, 6, -1, 4. And minus 5, 0. So that's, go ahead and just do a bunch of scalar multiplication. And then we'll do our vector addition. Looks like, and I might do something wrong with arithmetic here, I don't care. Looks like we end up at -2160. So that is one way to do this problem, right? And that's really what they wanted to about using those transformed basis vectors, was to take this, go back, and then to use this idea of what it is that we have from our linear combinations, that they will be preserved under this transformation because it's a linear transformation, and then to write out what we have. As we talked about in class, I'm completely okay with you jumping straight to this final step without moving through that, or by doing this using the matrix multiplication. So we could go ahead, -5, 0, 6, -1. That will give me this T of my input here, and that you can do in a calculator or you can just do in your head, right? So here I'll have -10 plus 0 minus 6 minus 5, and then the next row, -30 plus 0 plus 24. Oh, I did, see, good thing I did it 2 ways. Find my arithmetic error right at the bottom, -12, plus 0, which is the same thing we got before, -21, 12. So either way, I'm completely okay with. I just asked you to use the standard matrix in order to compute that linear transformation, to find that image of a given input vector.